Hello, hello. We are trimming cauldrons tonight. They may be a little bit too dry, so we might end up smashing some. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to be trimming to make these rounded here. So, hey McKenna, hey Allie. So we're just going to round these off, and then we'll attach some feet and some handles to them, but they're a little bit dry, so we'll see how it goes. Thanks everyone for being here. This will be my last stream for a whole week. I won't be streaming until not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday. So how's everyone doing tonight? Did you guys have off work? I did not have off work. Also, hello Sleepy, happy Thanksgiving to all my Canadian viewers and friends. Hi Softy. I'm gonna wet this a little bit to hopefully be able to trim it better. Is a little dry. That's what I want to see, is those nice curls instead of like shards. Nice curls. That's good. That's a good consistency. So I'm not going to be trimming a foot into these because they will be getting additional feet. So we're just making a flat and rounded out. Make sure that we get the cauldron shape. It's spooky season after all. Hi, Jen. No, we are not pulling handles today. Chris, bestie, hello. I missed you so much. How was your weekend? I missed slicing with you. Hope you had a good weekend. Oh, McKenna. How cute, you got a headset and Sushi's Halloween costume and 60 hair scrunchies. I did see that in Discord. I saw the scrunchies. That's funny. Yeah, you absolutely cannot pull handles without Reality Alley, but she's here. So, hey, PGA GX Gaming, how are you? Welcome in. I'm glad you caught a stream. We are trimming some cauldrons today. I will be putting on feet and handles after I trim them all. So what I am going to do is trim them all, and then we will assemble them all after they're all trimmed. That will just be easier on me to keep up with what I'm doing. Knitting is fun. Oh, I crochet. I know how to knit, but I crochet more, like exclusively. Not even more, just only. I know how to knit, but I find crocheting easier. And I think I've heard people say that if they learned how to knit first, they find knitting easier than crochet. So I think it's whichever one you learn first. Allie, thank you so much for gifting a sub. I don't really have like sub emotes. I have Potato, my dog. I have some new emotes. Oh, thank you so much for the 100 bits. PJG, thank you so much. It's PJ and Gleekamoo. Gly. Thank you so much. Hi, Sarah. Oh, Softy's found the emotes. Can we get a exclamation point Steph in the chat? This is Stepaba made the emotes. There are more coming. The sub badges are also Stepaba. Can we get a exclamation point 100 for Allie? Or an exclamation point 50 for Allie? Hi, Steph. Welcome in. There's Steph. Be sure to go check out her channel. Amazing, amazing. I love it. That's right. If we get 100 subs, I'll pull handles on stream. It will be a mature stream, marked mature. And then if we get 50 subs, Allie is going to pull handles on my stream. So oh no, Softy, 100 subs at the same time. So 100 people, different people. I told Allie she could just give me $250 and I'd do it. Because that's what I would make off of 100 subs anyway. Pulling handles is just very suggestive, so I would have to really plan for that. I would have to mark it mature, all sorts of stuff. So we have those commands for Allie, just so she remembers what the actual number is. Allie just slides me $250. Pretend these are subs. Don't tell anybody. So this clay will be near black after being fired twice. It's already really dark brown, but it will turn near black, very dark brown. But I'm still going to glaze it black over it anyway. Aw, Chris, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Dana. I did look it up on YouTube, and it sure is pulling handles. Hype train, thank you so much for kicking off a hype train. Wow, thank you everyone. Really appreciate it. McKenna, thank you so much for the 200 bits in corgi form. Who knew there was such a thing? I love it. Oops, my getting a little. This is looking pretty good, but it's a little bit thick, so I'm gonna try to do that. Wow, thanks everybody. Fennel, hi, welcome in everyone. Thanks so much for the hype train. being interested in my stream. It's kind of crazy. I'm just very thankful for all the support. Thank you. On my literal stream. Fancy seeing me here, Fennel. Who would have ever guessed? Who would have known? There's Potato. She is joining the hype train. Potato said, a hype train? Let me in. I will hype. Yes, McKenna, I see. I got it. Thanks for the lurk, Sarah. We'll have to call you back if chat gets too crazy and we need an adult. I think you have to pack for your trip, right? Probably. I don't know. She's lurking now, so she's gone away. Jay is wearing a ghost face costume. Ooh, ghosty. Look at the ghosties in the chat. Ah, I love the emotes. I love them. Steph also did the sub badges. I forgot to put that in the command, so I'll edit that after a stream today. Or I'll edit it sometime before my next stream, which is gonna be in over a week. So I might have a surprise stream when I get back. I'm not sure, because I do get back on Tuesday, and I took Wednesday off as well because I always need a day after to like reset. So I might do a Wednesday stream, but Wednesday has a lot of shows, so it would be earlier in the day. But then people are working, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, how I feel. Jay is wearing, oh wait, no. Ghostface is from Scream, not your average ghosty. Oh, Fennel is wearing a Stitch costume. McKenna's wearing a wizard costume. Let's all get in the spooky spirit. Knife out making Fennel. Oh, look at that little paint girl glazing a pot. It looks just like me. I do have purple hair. That's why we did purple hair. I say we like I contributed to the art at all. It's all Steph. Oh, that did not work. There we go, that's better. Thanks for the lurk, Slonky. Ah, we missed the hype train, but thank you everybody for the subs, for the bits. So nice. Really appreciate it. Maybe next year, I know TwitchCon was this last weekend. Maybe next year I'll get to go to TwitchCon. Hi Rhino, welcome in, welcome in. Delicious glaze, no, forbidden frosting, Softy, it's forbidden frosting. Oh, hydrate, thank you for redeeming the hydrate, Rhino. I do need to do that. Here's I'm drinking a lemon LaCroix right now. So here's where our cauldron shape is at right now. So we will put feet on the bottom and we'll put some handles on the sides, and that will be our little cauldron. It's just a little one and it will shrink during firing. So this is just a little baby. But I'm gonna make a bunch of different sizes throughout the year so that there's plenty. Yes, Softy, feet content tonight. Would you want to try having an Artist Alley booth at TwitchCon or just go as a visitor affiliate? I think probably the first time I go, Steph, I would want to just go as a visitor / affiliate to kind of get an idea of what it's all about. And then I would probably try to go as an artist and I would know like what I should make and prep for. But it would also be really difficult to get all of my stuff from Tennessee to California without breaking it or without paying bukus of shipping. So I'm not sure. It does look like syrup, yes. So this one's a little bit thinner bottom, so it is also more dry. I did not cover these until later on after stream on Saturday, and TBH, I didn't actually even cover them on Saturday. I woke up on Sunday morning and they were still uncovered, which was a good 24 hours uncovered. So that's why they're a little bit dry, but I wrapped them really, really well yesterday morning, so they didn't get any more dry. They just were already very dry. Pretty center, and since I'm not making a foot on it, it doesn't have to be perfect. Yes, please don't poison yourself. Yeah, I was talking about that with Russ and Jen last night, actually, in Russ's server. We were doing the Fall Guys challenge. We were talking about different types of art, and I said, I have amazing respect for illustrators and digital artists and people who can draw and paint, and I am not discounting that skill at all. That is absolute skill. The problem is when I make something, I can't make prints of it. It's just one thing. So like when I went to BlizzCon as an artist, that's like for World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft, Overwatch, I sold out of all of my stuff in 2 hours, and a bunch of my friends had so many prints in different sizes, and they had pins, and they had their work on coffee mugs, and it was just kind of disheartening because like I could spend the same amount of time as them creating a piece, but then I don't get to duplicate it, which really sucks. But that is not their fault at all. It's just very hard for me to create enough to go to shows. Something is wrong. I think something is wrong. Just feels wobbly. Can't think in 3D very well. What does that mean, Softy? Like you can't do like, can you draw like 2D, or just you just have spatial issues? So see how this is coming off in like little chunks instead of nice ribbons? It's breaking a lot. It's because it's a little bit dry, so I'm going to keep wetting it. Working in 3D mediums is rough. So what is considered a 3D medium? Like pottery and like stuff not on paper? Because, I mean, you can draw 3D, you know. Most people do. Most artists I know draw 3D. See, it's a little bit wobbly. I'm gonna stick it down more. Yeah, drawing 3D on a 2D surface is very different. Okay, I don't draw, so I don't know personally of the difference, but I can see how there would be one. Like, I know that drawing like a cube versus a square, like I get that. A lot more lines to think about when you're drawing 3D. But yes, this moves and you have to think about it all around, whereas like a page you can just sit at one angle and like move it. But yes, I know it sounds like I'm saying, oh my gosh, I do so much more work. That is not what I'm saying at all. So please do not misconstrue what I am trying to say. It's just my work is not easily replicatable. And I know some like people who do paintings and stuff on canvas, like to get their work to be replicatable is also hard. Like taking photos at the right angles, making sure that the colors come through correctly, that the texture is visible. Like I totally understand that it is work all around to create a piece and then to replicate it. Hello, Tom Burb Lover. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Thanks for the first time chat. We are trimming some cauldrons tonight. Tom Burb Lover, I assume you found me through when I rated I Love Burbs, or I Paint Burbs. Yes, I rated Liz. How cool. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. Really appreciate the follow off of the raid and stopping in to see what I'm all about. Welcome in. If you want to use the command ! Costume, we can see what costume you're working on or you're wearing today for the stream, or you can also do ! Create to see what you are creating with me. My stream is not as sophisticated as Liz's stream. She's got a lot going on her. She's been doing it a lot longer than me. So, you know, we just do what we can. I just started streaming about 2 months ago now. Oh, you're wearing a Velma costume. How cool. Velma in the news. I wonder if you go to Google and you put in Velma, if it still rains pride flags. Yeah, that does suck. So 3D stuff isn't as easily replicable as 2D digital. I absolutely love ceramics and sculptural pieces, and all those artists I follow on Instagram have their whole stock they make in a month be sold out within a few hours. It's crazy. Yeah, Steph. It is hard. I mean, I guess you could like make prints of pictures of your work. I don't know. It's just different. But I think I don't think that means that drawing or illustrating or painting or digital art is easier or anything like that. I have mad respect for all artists. All mediums are hard to work in. You have to spend a lot of time practicing. Put my maker's mark on that. I also had this weird feeling after I did the festival and I sold a bunch of stuff that it was like, wow, my work is now in strangers' homes and I'm never going to see it again. Tom, I do not have a shop, not at the moment. Right now I just, I did my first festival, was it last weekend? 2 weekends ago? And I sold a bunch of stuff there in person. Right now I don't have a shop just because it is hard to ship for me. I don't want the responsibility of if something breaks, I can't make the same again. You know, it's just a lot. So right now, no, but I am always open to if people want to chat about pieces they've seen before I go to market with them, go to a festival with them. If you ever wanted to whisper me, DM me, whatever. Hello, Purple Papaya. So here's another body. So it's a little bit bigger than this one. So we've got two little cauldrons. So we're gonna put handles and feet on them after I trim all of them. Yes, subscriber badges. Yes, yes, yes. We have subscriber badges. Thank you to Steph in the chat for creating the subscriber badges. Very excited to have those. Yes, Softy, it definitely looks more like chocolate, and it will get even darker after we fire it. So, it definitely looks like chocolate. My water right now looks like chocolate milk. So, and it feels smoother, like melted chocolate as well. So we've got a lot of commands in the chat, but I don't have a lot of things that you can spend your channel points on yet. So I'm trying to think of things to do on stream with channel points. And by I don't have a lot of things to spend your channel points on, I mean I literally only have one thing, which is hydrate. So if you have any ideas for channel points that I should do, I don't have any like sound drops or anything yet either. Slowly working towards it, so you know I don't have to have everything done all at once. Potato Pets, man, I would have to either let her in here, which is just a disaster waiting to happen. What is going on? Or I would have to like go out there with my dirty hands. That would be difficult. It's a good idea, just the logistics. Just being here and creating is great. Thanks so much, Tom. That's so nice. I'm glad that you stopped by. I hope that you continue to stop by and join us. I stream every Monday evening and Saturday morning, except for this coming Saturday. And this coming Monday, I will be on vacation, so I will not be streaming. But I might do a surprise stream when I get back. It's not really a surprise if I'm talking about it now, but I might. It's not for sure. Oh, cool. Eva's a potter. What does she throw on the wheel? Does she do hand building? Do you know what kind of pottery she does? And where she's located? She's in Philly. She loves hand building. Oh man, hand builders have a patience I do not have. Visited her and threw a few pots first time. Oh, that's so cool. Did you become addicted to it, or are you gonna buy yourself a wheel and some clay and start potting yourself? Hi Honda, thanks for stopping in. I had one of my former colleagues drop in to the stream on Saturday, and then they messaged me and they were like, your hobby is messy. Not buying a wheel. Just visited her. Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. It is a little bit expensive, but you could always just buy clay and then make stuff. You could also get into like polymer clay, where you just have to bake it in the oven. And that comes like in multiple colors. You could do that. When I didn't have a wheel, and for a while I didn't find the maker space that I use now, which is the shared space for the kiln, and it's got a bunch of other tools too, like a slab roller and stuff. But before then, when COVID first started the lockdowns, I bought a bunch of polymer clay and was just baking random trinkets in my oven. I was making like little cacti. A sound redeem for potatoes barking. I will need to record some sounds for that. I think Jen's sounds are all... I do. I make planters, Softy. I do make planters, but I don't use them. I make planters for other people. Everybody got into plants and baking during the pandemic, which is still happening, but did I tell you guys I had a person come up to my booth at the festival and I said, you look like a plant dad? And he was like, yes, I am a plant dad. And I said, well, our planters are right here. And he looked at every single planter, every single one, picked it up, turned it over, weighed it in his hand, and I was like, do you need help with anything? He was looking at all the different plates, and then he tried to take one of the cauldron with feet and a plate for a cauldron that didn't have feet. He was like, oh, well, can I buy this cauldron with this plate? And I was like, well, that plate goes with the other one because it has no feet. And he was like, all right, and then just left. I was like, well, that sucks, but also I wasn't going to separate the set. But he touched every single piece and then decided he didn't want anything. And I'm wondering, is it because my planters were bad, because he's a plant dad and he has high expectations, or he just didn't see anything he really wanted? It was just so weird. Because he looked for a very long time and then asked for something that I wasn't willing to do, and then just left. Ooh, bonsai pots. I made a couple of bonsai pots when I was first starting out. Not starting out, but like first getting back into it a couple years ago. When I started practicing again, I made a couple bonsai pots for a friend. And they were like shallow. Just like little shallow, about that thick. That was fun. That was fun to make. It's fun to see people use your stuff. I wish, so I gave out like business cards and I gave everybody one. My business cards only had my Instagram on them for the festival. See how all this is like not ribbons? It's because the clay is too dry that I'm trimming. It's not where I would like it to be. I want nice ribbons, not this chunky chocolate shard stuff. Saki says hi. She mad at me, so I assume she wanted me to pass the message along. Well, thank you, McKenna. Thank you, Saki, for watching along. I appreciate it. What is the tool you're using called? The loopy scraper thing. Well, that is called a loop tool. It is a loopy scraper thing. And here is another loop tool. And here is another loop tool. They're all just called loop tools. I photographed the pots I use and send the pics to the artist. Yeah, Tom, that's what I was hoping people would do. I was hoping that they would take my Instagram and like tag me in the photos that they were gonna obviously take of their stuff. Nobody has yet, and it's very sad. Because all of my stuff is now with strangers, and I don't know how they're treating it, you know? Nobody's shown me. So here we go with another little cauldron shape. This one's a little bit different than the others. It's a little bit shorter, wider. So, you know, I just do a bunch of different shapes, and I price them at different prices so that people can find something in their price range when they come to my booths. I've sold all the cauldrons that I made this past year. I sold all but 2 at the festival, and then somebody DM'd me to buy the other 2, so that was really cool. Yes, loop scraper thing is the correct term. Good job. Do they have different names for the different shapes, like how brushes do? Sure. I think they probably do, but I don't know what they are. I'm sure if I went online to buy these, so I bought a set of like for delivery from Target yesterday, and when I went to check out, there was a glitch, so I ended up doing another order, only to find out when it got delivered, the first order went through, so there were multiples of almost everything. I now have 4 cans of whipped cream. Oh no, McKenna. Thanks so much, Tom, for stopping by. I appreciate the lurk. Definitely good to see you. So if you, I hope to see you in future streams. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking it out. Some of my Owie originals are going to be worth a lot of money. I don't even know what you have, Purple. I know that you have a TARDIS painting that I did that is not very good, but it, I don't know if you have ceramics of mine. I did a pop art TARDIS for a painting class I took in college. We had to do a pop art painting. So I did 4 sections. I did the TARDIS blue in 2 of them, and then like the reverse of that, which would have been like an orangey color in the other 2 sections. And it, I assume Purple still has it somewhere. Hey, PJ, thanks so much. Steph made those sub badges. Really, really thankful for Steph and her artistic genius. Really, I was like, Steph, I need some stuff. And I have like vague ideas. And she was like, I have a creative brain and I got you. Don't you worry. And then like said, here's like 1,200 things you can choose from. So Steph's great. Steph, definitely highly recommend her work. Yes. Yes. Can we get another shout out for Steph since there's more people in the chat now? If any of my mods are here listening. I would do it myself, but Thanks, Chris. Preach. I thought you weren't going to be here tonight, Chris. Or maybe it was you weren't going to be here Saturday, but you could be here tonight. Either way, I'm happy that you're here. Listen, I remember you saying one of the days. Oh, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about not being around. You have a life. There's always the VOD. Potato, please. Please. I feel kind of bad that I don't have a Kato or Clove emote, but they never interrupt the stream, so it's like, why? But I do have, McKenna did send me some emotes of pictures that I had posted of them, so I might upload those too, because I do have slots, but they won't be, they'll just be photos of them. Not really cute artist renditions like Potatoes. Man. My cats really got shafted on the love of this stream. I've had them for almost 11 years now. And I just got Potato a couple months ago. And now it's... They're not in the works. I should probably get some, actually. I'm gonna let Steph finish the other ones. Hi, Gru. Thanks so much for stopping in and for the 100 bits. I really appreciate it. How are you today? I should. I'll let Steph get done with the other ones that she's doing for me before I'm like, Steph, do these two. We'll see if she's done with me by the time we're done with the rest of the emotes. If she's like, I don't want you as a client anymore. Glad to see you in my chat, Gru. I see you in Russ's stream and Jen's stream. I'm happy that you made it to mine. I know I am not playing Fall Guys, but we're doing some cauldron trimming, some spooky pottery today. Thanks so much. I like the vibe. Yeah, just chill, relax, chat a little bit. So I don't know if you guys remember when I'm doing working with the other clay that has more grog in it, I have to smooth it out after I trim it, and I'm not doing that with these. That is because this clay is far less gritty and groggy, and it's already super smooth, so I don't have to really burnish it at all. But usually you'll see me with this, you know, like rubbing the side of the other clay to get those gritty pieces to smooth out, but I don't have to do that with this. With this clay, it's much softer, finer, smoother, but it's also a little bit harder to work with and throw. You'll notice that these pieces are a little bit smaller than what we were throwing for mug cylinders, and that's just, and you were with me when we tried to do a bigger one and it collapsed. That's because there's not a lot of grit and grog in it to help it hold its shape. It won't carry a lot of weight. So if the top is just slightly heavier than the bottom, it just like collapses. Whereas with the other clay, there's a lot more room between the difference of weights while I'm pulling, to be able to pull higher. So that's why these are a little bit smaller. It's just a different clay. And I can absolutely learn how to pull the same height on this clay. It just takes a little while for me to learn some things, to feel how the clay is going to react and just kind of anticipate those kind of things. My cats are going to revolt. Too bad nobody streams our games on Twitch. Yeah, I mean, that requires full lobby consent to stream Goose Goose Duck games, and I know a lot of people do not want to be on streams, so totally. It is sad that we were playing a lot of Fall Guys this weekend, and we were just hanging out in the Discord, and there were just so many fun moments that I wish we were streaming so that we had the clips. Tequila Friday, yum. Do I do this work from home? Gru, yes. So I'm in a part of my kitchen. I have a whole space set up. Don't worry, it's away from all of my food. It's like in a corner. I have my little space, my table here set up. My wheel, it's a little tabletop wheel. It's not a full-size wheel. It's sitting on a table. Doesn't have its own legs. I throw, trim, and glaze in my house. But I transport to a shared maker space to use their kilns. So when it goes to greenware, so this is greenware. When it dries and it's bone dry, I will transport it up to the kiln, and they'll fire it, and then I pick it up and I come back home and I glaze it on stream as well. And then when they're all glazed, I pack them up again and I take them back to the shared space. Now the shared space does have wheels and it has everything you could want for pottery, but you also have to super clean up your space. And it's about, depending on traffic, 20 to 40 minutes there and then back for me to oh, thank you so much, Honda, for gifting a sub to Gru. Thank you so much. I wish I had hearts in the chat. Or something. Here's another cauldron form. We have one more to trim. Oh wait, I need to put my maker mark on that. So it was a better investment for me, gas and time-wise, to purchase a tabletop wheel and do most of my work at home because I work from home anyway. So yay! Thank you so much, Honda, for gifting that sub to Gru. Gru, welcome to the whatever we are, the potato posse. I'm not sure. Allie, we made it. It's 100 subs. It's not. Welcome back, Jay. So it just became financially a better decision for me, especially if I was going to start streaming, which I actually didn't even think about streaming. It just worked out because I have this in my home, to just get a tabletop wheel so I could work on pottery when like the mood struck me, instead of having to drive up 30-ish minutes, set everything up, throw a bunch of stuff, and then clean everything up, and then drive home. It was also really difficult to keep an eye on how dry something is if it's 30 minutes away from me and I have to make a trip. So it was a lot better. But I don't have my own kiln. How long does stuff take to dry? So purple, it depends. It really depends on how thick the walls are of your piece, because if they're like an inch thick, it could take months for all of that moisture to like get sucked out of there, because it's just like slowly. Potheads. No. The potato posse. Potato pack. The potato chips. The Lays. With the Lays. My dad asked me what Potato's middle name was, and I said Chip. So, so I just bring stuff up there to use their kiln. And it works out now that I can stream and I can keep an eye on how dry stuff is so that I can like cover it if I need to, and I can trim it when I want to. But transporting pieces means potential for breaking, and especially in the, oh, sorry, Purple, I was asking about, or you were asking about drying. So the thinner your walls are, the quicker it dries, but it usually takes my pieces a good 3 full days to dry completely to be ready for firing. And you can always tell if there is still moisture in a pot if you hold it up to your cheek or your skin and it is cold. So if it is still cold, which this is freezing on my skin, it has water in it. Once it is room temperature and you don't notice a difference on your skin in temperature, that's how you know it's completely dry. The handle pullers. Potteritos? Potato already got an emoji, so I don't think she should get the group name. Oh, wow. Got some potato hate from Purple. Some shade. Sorry, I got a little distracted by what I was supposed to be answering. All right, so this is a little bit bigger of a cauldron. So I just need to round off the bottom again, but it's also pretty, it's not as wet as I would like it to be. Justice for Kato and Clove. Oh, yes. I really should upload those. Will it be weird if Kato and Clove have photographs and Potato has an emote? That'd be weird. Oh, Gru, thanks so much. Yeah, I know a lot of people stream games on Twitch, and like I would love to stream some games with friends at some point, but for right now, like I'm really enjoying being on stream, hanging out with my friends while I'm doing something I like. And I started streaming just to keep myself accountable and do the stuff I like doing. Because I was telling people before, I have massive FOMO. Like if I come to throw and I'm working on pottery and everybody else is hanging out in Discord or playing games together, I feel like, oh, well, I'll just throw pottery later. I want to hang out with my friends. So some other streams have a mix of emotes and pics. Okay, cool. Not really weirder than then having nothing. That's fair. So fair. Good call. So yeah, I'm glad that you have found this interesting enough. So yeah, for those of you who weren't here on Saturday, these are the pots that we threw Saturday morning. I usually throw new items on Saturday mornings and then I trim them on Monday evenings. And then if I am not throwing something on Saturday, it's usually because I am glazing. Sometimes, like right now, I've got 5 cauldrons that we've trimmed, which means at some point, 5 cauldrons need to get glazed. I think it's turning out to be like 2 to 3 weeks of throwing, trimming, and then a week of 2 glaze streams in a row to get that stuff out. Gru, if you go back to some of the VODs, I actually probably have a clip somewhere of the mug I made for Russ. I shipped that out to him yesterday. I shipped it on Saturday, but it probably didn't leave the post office until yesterday or early this morning. But I made a mug for Russ as a thank you for being so supportive of my stream, helping me get set up on Twitch, answering all my questions, just being a really supportive friend. And it's his Fall Guys pirate character. I don't have it with me to show you, but it's definitely on stream. The different stages of it are all on the VODs. You can also go to my Instagram. I posted it there. Oh no, I posted it on Twitter actually. I posted it on Twitter. My Twitter handle is the same as my Twitch handle, @OwieMazing. You think the post has the day off today? Oh yeah, they probably do. But I think that when I checked the tracking, I think that it said due in tomorrow. So it sounds like maybe the delivery, like the drivers and the actual offices are closed, but the transport is still happening. Like the semi trucks and the airplanes are probably still going. Because it definitely moved from my post office to the state Russ is in since Saturday. I keep forgetting today's a holiday because I didn't get it off. Everybody else and their mother did. But I do get Thanksgiving and the day after Thanksgiving. Oh, speaking of which, happy Thanksgiving to all our Canadian friends. If there's anybody from Canada watching, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you ate lots of pie and had a really wonderful day. What is everyone's favorite pie or dessert? If you don't like pie, tell me your favorite dessert. Oh, thanks so much, Gru. I'm glad you went and checked it out. Yeah, it turned out really, really nice. The mug did. I told him I was sorry that the green kind of dripped over the picture, and he said it was totally fine. He loved it because it was like his Fall Guys character was getting slimed, which was like a Nickelodeon dream of his, you know, a childhood dream to get slimed on Nickelodeon. So it brought those two things together. But Mandy, like a Mandy, she helped me out by giving me the file for that picture so that I could create a stencil to transfer it to clay so that I could do his character justice. It's a Jewish holiday today, which is why my office is closed. Ooh, sorry, Jay, I do not know which Jewish holiday it is today. It's, help me pronounce that. Can you, Sukkot? Fave pie is cherry. Ooh. I am not, a huge baked fruit person. I like cobbler because I like the gooiness and the breading, but I don't like the big chunks of baked fruit. But cherry cobbler is way good. So cherry pie, I would eat everything but the cherry, actually. The actual cherries. Strawberry ice cream. I do like strawberry milkshakes. A good apple pie is your favorite pie, but there's lots of bad apple pies. That's fair. So you make apple pie with Granny Smith apples, right? Is that right? I don't know. I do have a friend who actually won first place for her apple pie at her county fair this year. So that's really cool. And she was not the only entrant for apple pie. She definitely had a lot of competition, but she came in first place. So I assume her pie is pretty good. What makes a bad apple pie, Jay? Sue Coat. Okay, thank you, Jay. Not a pie fan, but I think my favorite dessert is cake. That is a very wide genre. It's a big category, McKenna. You have to narrow it down to like your favorite cake. Like if you could only have that cake, what would it be? My mama used to always make me cherry pie when I was a kid, so it just sticks with you. I remember, is this the same mama that I met, that I know? Because her chicken and dumplings are amazing, or were amazing. Little baby Hazel. My sister made a s'more pie once, and that was great. I am not a huge marshmallow fan, Softy. Actually, Purple knows this because when I went to Thanksgiving at her family's house, they make sweet potato pie with the marshmallows and pecan stuff on top. And she would always eat my marshmallows because I don't like them. Or sweet potato casserole, not pie. And then, Chris, I did see you say you like sweet potato pie. Do you like that better than pumpkin pie? Strawberry cake. Sarah came back from packing just to say she likes cheesecake. I don't do pumpkin pie, but it's not horrible. Strawberry cake with buttercream icing. Ooh, yum. You know what? I really like a good carrot cake. That's what I like. Not too many people make carrot cake anymore outside of a bakery. And we actually was it Thanksgiving? We made a carrot cake with my grandmother. Because she didn't make pies, and so we went over to her house and we were like, get all your stuff out, we're gonna make a carrot cake. Pumpkin rolls though, ooh, yum, pumpkin rolls. This one, this is the last one, this is the first one, so you know, a little bit of a difference. But they're both gonna get the same size feet, because nobody really notices. I also have this plate I need to trim, which is like a planter plate, which could go with one of these cauldrons. But I wasn't going to make any of these planters, and I didn't cut into any of the bottoms, so I don't need to. But this is a little bit wet still because I caught it before it got too dry. So I am gonna let this dry more while we attach the feet, and if it is dry enough by the time we're done with that, I will also trim this, but it might not be by the time stream ends. So let me make some space. I'm going to move up the camera a little bit so that, because I'm probably going to hold stuff. Yeah, that's probably good. I just had a carrot cake at a wedding this weekend and it was yummy. Yes, carrot cake is so good. Tres leches cheesecake, yum. I don't know if this is a pottery question that makes sense, but did you make solid stuff or mostly? Do you make solid stuff or mostly hollow stuff? I don't understand that question, Softy. I'm so sorry. I did those pumpkins on stream where they're hollow inside, and we closed them, made the closed forms. You can't really make like a block of clay. Like even if I was going to sculpt, like if I was going to start sculpting this, I would need to, once I was done or before I was done, hollow it out because this would take forever to dry. So yeah, I definitely need a reword or rethink there. So yeah. Do you work on commissions mostly? Gru, I actually don't really do commissions. I mean, I'm not opposed to taking commissions, but really I just work on stuff that I want to work on. And then a couple of weeks ago, I took everything that I had made in the past year and a half-ish to a festival, and I just sold 2/3 of my stuff there. I have worked on a couple of commissions before, but commission work really scares me because pottery takes a while, for me at least, because I only go to the space once a week to drop off and pick up. So like these cauldrons, it'll be another like full month probably, since I'm going on vacation next week, before they're completely done. So it's a long process for me to do commissions. And also, you know, anything can go wrong in the process. Like the glaze could mess up, the piece could break in the kiln, it could just come out the wrong color. Like there's just so much. So I've only done commissions for people who I know are like appreciative and respect the time it takes for the art to come to life, and understands that I am not a professional potter. So only a couple of friends and friends of friends at this point. I bet people would buy that. I really do. All right, so I'm gonna just set these aside. And I know they got smushed a little bit, but relatively the same size. So, and now I'm gonna slice the feet. By the way, I looked up the loop tool stuff. Amazon called them teardrop and multifunction. Well, Amazon's very boring. This is a little bit crooked. A little bit bigger feet, I guess. I'm not like super worried about them being perfect, but I will get them as close as possible when I make the sets, just so that we don't have one with a giant foot and a little baby foot. This is my strong hand. This is my strong foot. My parents just sent me a box full of old Christmas decorations, and I'm like, what do I do with this? And they're all like, but you loved these when you were little. I guess that's nice, but I have only one tree, and it's snowman themed. Aw. My mom did that to me last year. She was like, here are all of your ornaments from when you were a child, because she would get the engraved ornaments every year, and it would say my name and the year. And she was like, here, do you want these? Or I'm just going to get rid of them. And I was like, why would you get rid of them? That's memories. And she just handed me a bag of them all. And she's like, they're yours now. And I'm like, well, that's a little weird for me to have a bunch of ornaments on my tree with my name on them. Like, that's weird. But anyway. Everyone has an opinion, but yours comes first when it comes to your life. So true, Gru. Thank you so much for saying that. On brand? Is my brand selfish and narcissistic? Jeez. Or on brand for a parent. Just be like, here's your stuff. Yeah. So I just wanted to get a little close up of, there's the hole that we punctured in, just so that since we looped this over to make it hollow, to make the lip, I trapped air, and the air is going to want to escape when it heats up and becomes water vapor and mixes with all the water in there. So we just made this little hole for it to come out, because if you don't make a hole, it will find a way. It will break your piece to escape. So we made that little hole for it to come out, and then as you can see, like, it really kind of goes away when you're looking at the piece, and it's going to get glazed over as well, and there will just be just a little bubble, but it's going to be black. So that is how we did that. It's great when you're a kid, but awkward as an adult. On brand because you want your name in everything, including songs. Wow, rude. Somebody ban purple, please. Security. Last year she gave me one of her Santa figurines. 2004 most valuable tennis camper was a very necessary thing for me to have. So true, Gru. So true. But at the same time, you're like, man, do I want to get rid of this? You know? And I did take some stuff, like Christmas decorations that they were cleaning out their attic, and they've collected a lot over the years. So my mom was just like, here is all the stuff I'm going to get rid of. Do you want anything? And I did take some decorations that I loved, yes, when I was little, but I did not take all of them. Which, you know, maybe I should have, maybe. But I didn't have room for them, you know? But my mom is also very, like, I'm doing this now, so here's stuff. If you do not want it, it is going away. And it's like, but I don't have anywhere to put it. It's been in your attic for 15 years. Why can't it stay there? But it couldn't wait. Right now I'm just kind of shaping these a little bit, get them a little smooth, because there are some knife marks. Can you hear Kato whining? It's not a potato bark, it's a Kato meow. What you want, Bubby? No, baby Kato. What's the matter? Mom! Yeah. Who knew that we would need a Kato emote? I guess you'll just have to use a Terran Kellis emote, yep. Vinny is very interested in Kato. Well, hello, Vinny. He's single and ready to mingle. He does want in, I think. And now he's got Potato looking in. Oh my gosh. There's just so much commotion happening at the gate. So much. Vinny has a husband named Freckles. Wow. Well, can't say I didn't try. Is pretend band a thing? That would never happen to me. It would absolutely happen to you, Allie. Of all of the people, it would happen to you in purple, for sure. Ooh, Saki single. You hear that, Kato? Saki is single. Ready to mingle. Yeah, go watch Gilmore Girls about it. I know this is probably really boring to watch because it's kind of far away, but I'm just shaping these a little bit more so that they are smooth and not rough. Kato, I swear to God. I don't know what you want. Allie is the face, but the mods are the neck. You can do whatever you need to do to help me out, mods. I thought you were going to say that the mods are the heart. I'm the face of the stream, but the mods are the heart. I'm the sword, they're the shield. Alright, now I'm just matching them up in size. It's like a puzzle. Poor little baby Kato, all alone in this big old world. Whatever will you do by yourself? One of these is a little bit thicker. This one's now thicker. Sorry, one of these was thinner, so the other two had to get trimmed down. Go. All right, look at that. 3 sets, or 5 sets. 5 sets of 3. I can do math, I swear. And if I can't, that's why Chris is here. That's not my foster baby. Aw, Vinny. Nessa has joined as well. I am the heart. Thanks, Jay. You feel weird about being the neck. Clove is going to be an old mate. She does not want a relationship right now. She's a loner. They look like headstones. Cute. Oh, purple. Now the fave on Discord. Oh, hello, Sophie. All right, so let's now decide. These are the biggest feet. They'll go with the biggest cauldron. These are the second biggest feet. They'll go with the second widest, I think. We'll just go down the line like that. Yep, yep. Here we go. All right, now I gotta decide. Kato, I don't know what you want. I really don't. Dare you ask me for love? Seek elsewhere. I'm going to do the same thing to the handles. I'm just going to smooth them out so that they're not just rigid slices. They're a little bit more rounded. I do not make workable handles. They will not move. They will just get glued to the sides. And I have seen where people do like a handle that sticks out like this, or just a little bit like that, you know. But I stick mine on, so that is how it's gonna be here. It's how we roll here. I also decided to do half handles instead of full circles. It looks much better. I did a couple of both last year, and one on Instagram as being better half handles than full circles. Half circles than full circles. Semicircles. The letter C. Usually these are pretty smooth, and those are also pretty smooth. Okay, so I'm just going to start assembling. I've got my white vinegar and my scoring tool. So what I'm gonna do, if I do it here, is this okay? Is this a good angle you can see? So if this is my maker's mark, I'm going to put 1 foot, well, that's not gonna work. 1 foot here. Right now I'm just scoring, and then 1 here and 1 here so that it's a triad or whatever, triangle. That's how the feet are going to look. So now I'm going to just put some white vinegar, stick them down. Just smooth out any ridges that appeared or any goop that came out when I pressed. So the white vinegar again makes the clay a little bit tacky so that it sticks together and it will dry as a unit. Because if I just tried to press them together, they would not. They would fall apart because they will dry at different rates. And then in the kiln, your joins will always try to break apart because clay shrinks as it, I said shrinks and then went like this, it shrinks as the water evaporates during firing. So here's the feet on our little cauldron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dry like this so that the feet stick, so that the weight is drying on the feet. Why white vinegar? Is that what you use whenever you connect anything or just for feet? Whenever you connect anything, so you may have heard score and slip, which you absolutely can just use like really wet clay, like a pudding texture. And so you would score both pieces that you're putting together and put some clay pudding down instead of white vinegar and smush them together and then clean it up. Sushi just said ugh. Oh no, Saki just said ugh. But I opt for white vinegar because it's a little bit cleaner and I think that it does a better join for me personally than slip does. I know that some people, you make slip by just watering down the clay and making it a pudding texture consistency. But I know some people that water down their clay with vinegar as well and do like a slip vinegar thing, but I just use white vinegar. So I am going to let these feet sit so the weight of the cauldron is pressing on those joins so that it dries sticking together. And then we will do the handles after I've gone through all of these, I'll go back through all the handles. So we're gonna do feet and then handles. So I just put the handles inside so I know which one goes with which. And I'm just gonna set this off to the side so that I have more space to work with. Oh my gosh, vinegar everywhere. If I had a nickel for the amount of times that I've spilled vinegar all over my pieces, I would be a millionaire. I really would. I am awful at getting vinegar all over everything. My whole kitchen smells like vinegar. And now I got vinegar on the rim, so it's all like tacky. Oh no. I have to set this aside to dry. I'll set it over here. Oh my goodness. You see this chocolate ring? That's where the vinegar just